So over the years, I've broken up a lot of glass. And the glass I'm using for this project is something that I have actually broken up probably a year or so ago. And I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, what I did was I used that blue glass that's up in the top right corner, but when I actually cut that, it's kind of off camera. So I'm going to show you what I did with this yellow glass because I nipped the blue glass in the same way. So I'm trying to cut petals for flowers. And the way I do it is I take any glass and I pick it up and I take my nipper tool and I cut it around the perimeter. And when you cut it in this manner around the perimeter, you'll get a piece that's pointed at each end and that can stand up on its own, usually. Sometimes glass is unpredictable. So you just keep going around the perimeter of the glass until you've either gotten the amount of glass that you need or until the glass is gone. And that's exactly what I did. So here you're going to see me cutting up and fast forward a whole bunch of glass that I was going to use for a previous project. And like I said, all the glass that I didn't use, I just piled up into a great big vase and set it aside for future use. Some of this glass I actually did tumble, but the glass I'm using for this project, the blue glass, I did not tumble the majority of it. I think I may have tumbled a little bit of it. But so here I am with the blue glass, but like I said, it is off a camera, and this is the glass that I used for the project. And just for your information, this blue glass was a glass I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and it's actually blue all the way through, so you can tumble it, and it will stay blue after you take it out of the tumbler. So I purchased this 9-inch diameter silicone mold off of Amazon. And the day before, I took 4 ounces of DICTION resin and poured it into the bottom. And after 24 hours, this is cured. It takes 4 hours before you can demold it, but I'm not going to demold it. I just wanted a surface to place the glass on. I didn't want it right on the mold. And then I poured a little bit of resin in the middle, and the reason I did this was I was putting these little gold balls in there, and I didn't want them to roll all over the place, so I found that that would be the best. And then I started picking up the glass and putting it around. Now, most of the time I feel like I've always started making the flowers by the outside and then going in using smaller and smaller, but I kind of wanted to cradle these gold beads so they didn't go all over the place. So then I just continued to add glass one piece at a time until I thought it was the size I wanted. You have glass cut in this manner, you can lay it on either side and it will stand up. It will be more at on one side it'll be more at a slant, and on the other side it'll stand up more straight, if that makes sense. And so usually at the center I have them laying down a little more, so I put it on one side, and as I go out, or normally I do it the opposite way, I start from the outside in, but the outside I have them standing up straighter. I flip them on the other side. I hope that makes sense. Now next I took 3 pieces of tumbled green glass. I tumble my glass. All of this glass that you see here is glass that I've picked up at garage sales and thrift stores and either broke up, and a lot of it I do tumble. So I just happened to have this green tumbled glass that I used, but you could very easily nip up some green glass without tumbling it and just place it in the same areas that I've put the tumbled glass. Now next I took the rest of my resin and poured it over it, and everything started floating away, so I had to work quick and kind of push everything back in place. Now this DICTION resin that I'm using does have I believe a 45-minute work time, but then right after that it starts to set up fairly quickly. So anyway, I moved everything back into place, and I used my little heat gun, which is actually an embosser, and I'll have this linked All this stuff will be linked in the under the description, everything that I've used. The embossing tool gets just as hot as a heat gun, but it does not blow as hard as one of those big guns, and it won't blow the glass all over the place. That's why I choose to use this now when I'm not using the kitchen torch. And next I use this green mosaic accents, which is glass that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, back where you get the stained glass. They carry it all the time in about 5 different colors. And I just wanted to put this around the edge. I thought it was just too plain. So I put the green mosaic accents around the edge, and next I found some gold, kind of gold nuggets, and I'm sure I picked this up at one time or another at Michael's. Michael's switches out their glass all the time, and then slowly puts it on sale. So after I put the green on, then I sprinkled some gold on, and I just thought that would look pretty. And I had to go ahead and blow out some more bubbles, and then it was pretty much done. So this DICTION resin that I'm using, you can actually demold after 4 hours. It takes 24 hours to completely cure, but you can demold after 4 hours. So I went ahead and I took it out of the mold. I'm going to have my husband put some little eye hooks in it so I can actually hang it in a window. I thought it would look pretty that way. I thought that turned out really cute. Just a different way to do glass art. So when it was done, my husband drilled a couple of small holes in the top so that I could put some eye hooks in it, and he had to use a really small drill bit. And this is what it ended up looking like, real pretty. And then I had some junk jewelry with a bunch of chains in it that I had to pull apart from all the other. It was just all tangled up. And once I got them apart, I measured out the length that I wanted and went ahead and cut it, or removed it from the other end of the chain with some jewelry tools, and then fed it through the eye hooks, and then connected it back together with a little round piece of jewelry. It's pretty easy. Hey everyone, so I think this turned out real cute, and what made me think of it, doing this just on resin without a frame, was I've been looking at I look at a lot of different glass art. I'm really interested in all sorts of glass art. And I've been looking at fused glass, and with fused glass, they usually take a sheet of glass and then layer pieces of colored glass on top to create a flower, a picture, or some kind of a scene. And then it's put in a kiln and it's all fused together. So anyway, I thought maybe I could make like a faux fused glass. I thought this just turned out so cute. And it's really cute to be able to hang it. But in the meanwhile, I had sent away on Amazon for a stand. And this stand is so cool. What you do is you just, so these prongs here, let me see if you can see, came when they were pushed together more, but you can just use a little pliers and pull them out, depending on how thick your project is. And I just think, had I gotten this first, I probably wouldn't have even put that hanger on it, because I think it looks so pretty in that stand, don't you? And look at it from the back. Oh, I've got this chain hanging here, but from the back, you could have it sitting on a table and you could see it from both sides, and it just looks so pretty. So this I got on Amazon for $20. They have all sorts of stands. They even have pieces of wood with a strip carved in it, and you can set this in, and they'll even use it, they'll even put, some of them have light strips in it, so it kind of shines the light up on your project, which I thought might be neat also. I think I'm going to order one of those, and I'll show you what they look like. But so if you do get one of these, if you do decide to do this project and get one of these, the thing is, so I told you this was a 9-inch diameter mold. Well, it is 9 inches across, but it has a lip on it. Let me get it for you. Okay. So from this side to this side, it is 9 inches, but if you're measuring from the inside, it's 8 inches across. So when I ordered this, I wasn't sure if it was going to fit because this is actually 8 inches. So when you're looking online for a stand like this, and I will link this, the mold and the stand under the description, right under the video, you'll see it. And so this is 8 inches. These come in, I think, 8, 10, and 12 inches. Because when I was looking at it, I was thinking, oh, I need a 9-inch one. Why don't they have a 9-inch one? But it's really, this is really 8 inches. When you buy it on Amazon, it's 9-inch in diameter because it's got this lip on it. It really should be called 8 inches. But I will link this and this cool stand. I just think it looks so nice on there. And like I said, had I gotten this before I drilled, or my husband drilled the holes in it, I would have put it in the stand because I think that looks so nice. What do you guys think? And this lighting in here is terrible. I don't know. I think we have so many windows, so much filtered sunlight comes through that it just, I don't know, it makes the video, when I look back at my videos, they don't look really bright. I look kind of foggy. I don't know if you guys think that too, but anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel or you want to be notified of future videos, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.